Well, you've seen me pull the DR power mower or brush cutter, brush mower, field and brush mower, okay, with the tractor, but the tractor is sitting over there, still partly disassembled. There have been unexpected technical difficulties. We'll get on that some other time. So I said, hey, this field is getting a little carried away. Why not just pull it with the Eiger? I mean, it's manual and has low range and, you know, pulls like a tractor. So when I redid the hitch here, this thing has a ball that has a bolt hole at the bottom of it instead of having the nut sticking down. I mean, the bolt sticking down. So I put a longer bolt in it and a stack of washers, which raised the ball enough that I could use it with this. And it's still a little tight to the ground because I'm not getting any rock back and forth. I mean, the skids are just too hard on the ground. I need to raise it up more, but for just testing it out, it's fine. I've already made some runs here, and it works okay. It's not as much fun as driving the tractor, though. It's riding on the tractor. For one thing, on the tractor, you're up higher out of, you know, anything that gets stirred up, and you just sort of put it in gear and set the throttle and go. Whereas this one is real janky because you have to, you know, keep your finger steady and try to keep your speed down, and you know, it's just you wind up, you know, up and down. So let me put you guys on the tripod here and get some shots of this rig mowing. You know, one of these days when maybe I get some more operational budget, we'll call it, I'll snag one of those finish mowers, like those big 60-inch finish mowers. And that would be pretty slick as far as mowing this field, because I'm planning in the long term, I think the thing is going to be, I'm going to get rid of these pine trees here. And the only reason they're still there is because those that's left are too big to just run over with the DR. And since the first part of this field from the, you know, along the driveway to right about over here is fairly fertile, keeping this continuously as a garden plot, but the rest of it over here, it's a rocky mess, and there's all kinds of rocks out there. In fact, I think later I'm going to put a couple of milk crates or something or other, just temporarily strap them down on here, and then get the wife to creep along while I pick up rocks. Yeah, makes a good rock picking machine. All right, let me get y'all on the tripod. I hope that's a wide enough view. After I've worked on this thing considerably and got the fuel system sorted and finally got the carburetor entirely clean, it's back running excellent like it did a year ago. Love this Kawasaki. It's got a 500cc, 17 horsepower Cowie on it. Probably don't even need choke, but I'm going to do it. And I have my operator right here is a zip tie to hold this lever down. Alright, I'm going to try to handhold for a bit here. I don't know how well this is going to work out. Because steering this thing with one hand in the throttle is kind of going to be painful. YouTube's gonna have a real good time debouncing this. Yeah, I can't turn very tight. I got to get the chainsaw out and cut all but just a couple of these trees out up near the front. After a little bit of this, the heat coming off the engine is getting really uncomfortable on the legs. I don't have all the plastic back on it yet, but even if the plastic was on it, I'd still feel it. It's hard to overheat these, I've been told. Well, they got a fan and an oil cooler on them. Oy. Let's put the parking brake on. What's with you? Well, this setup actually works pretty good, except for the heat. But I suppose if I had the all the plastic back on it, that wouldn't be terrible. Well, since I have the tractor, as soon as that gets back together, I'm going to go back using the tractor, and I don't need this. But I do believe I'm going to get one of those spray things for the back here and spray this field behind me. Well, that part of it on this side over here, rather than keeping mowing it. I just want to spray it off, let it all die, and then I'll turn it over. Got to do something with the roots of the trees. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't really have a digger. But anyway, I thought this would be interesting and kind of fun. And yeah, these things are like mini tractors, and you can do a whole lot of really cool stuff with them. Next time, we will see you guys.